Oh, that this too solid flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve itself into a dew, and that the everlasting had not fixed his cannon against self-slaughter. Oh God, how weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world. Fie, aunt, ah, fie. 'Tis an unweeded garden that grows to seed things that rank and gross in nature possesses it merely. That it should come to this, but 2 months dead, nay, not so much, not 2, so excellent a king, that was, to his, Hyperion to his satire, so loving to my mother, that he would not beteem the winds of heaven, visit her face too roughly, heaven and earth. Must I remember? Why she would hang on him, as if increase of appetite had grown by what it fed on, and yet, within a month, let me think not, aunt, frailty thy name is women. A little month, or ere to those shoes were old, which where she followed my poor father's body like Niobe, all tears. Why she, even she, oh God, a beast that once discourse of reason would have mourned longer, married with mine uncle, my father's brother, but no more like my father than I to Hercules, within a month, ere yet a salt of most unrighteous tears had left the flushing in her galled eyes, she married. Oh, most wicked speed to post with such dexterity to incestuous sheets. It is not nor it cannot come to good, but break my heart, for I must hold my tongue.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis noble in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep, no more, and by sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consumption devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come, when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of deprived love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quacious make with the bare bodkin, who had fardels bared to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sickled over with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pitch and moment with this regard their currents turns awry, and lose the name of action. Soft you now, the fair Ophelia, nymph in thy horizons, be all my sins remembered.
'Tis now the very witching time of night, when churchyards yawn and hell itself breathes out contagion to this world. Now could I drink hot blood, and do such bitter business as the day world quake to look on? Soft, now, my mother. O heart, lose not thy nature, let not ever the soul of Nero enter this firm bosom. Let me be cruel, not unnatural. I will speak dagger to her, but use none. My tongue and soul in this be hypocrite. How in my world soever be the shin, to give them seals never my soul consent.
How all occasions do inform against me and spur my dull revenge. What is a man if his chief good and market of his time but be to sleep and feed? A beast no more. Sure he that made us with such large discourse, looking before and after, gave us not that capability and godlike reason to fuss us unused. Now were to be bestial oblivion or some craven sculptor of thinking too precisely on the event. A thought which quartered hath but one part wisdom and ever 3 parts coward. I do not know why yet I live to say this thing's to do. Still I have cause and will and strength and means to do it. Examples gross as earth exhort me. Witness this army of such mass and charge, led by a delicate and tender prince, whose spirit with divine ambition puff makes mouse at the invisible event, exposing what is moral and unsure to all that fortune, death, and danger dare, even for an eggshell. Rightly to be great is not to stir without great argument, but greatly to find coal in a straw, when honor's at stake. How do I stand then, that I have father killed, a mother stained, excitements of my reason and blood, and let all sleep well to shame? I see the immediate death of 20,000 men, that for a fantasy and trick of fame go to their graves like beds, fight for a plot whereon the numbers cannot try the cause, which is not tomb enough to content to hide the slain. Oh, from this time forth My thoughts be bloody or be nothing worth.